8 million watching. One truth revealed. XuKai and Tan SongYun's honest night. What if I told you that the night everyone thought would be just another glamorous live stream turned into one of the most emotionally honest, history-making confessions in Chinese entertainment? Because as 8 million people watched, holding their breath through flickering screens and trembling hearts, XuKai and Tan SongYun did something no one saw coming. They dropped their masks, silenced the rumors, and revealed a truth that had been buried beneath months of speculation, whispers, and impossible expectations. This was not a scripted drama. This was real. This was their night of honesty. Hold on tight, drama family. The world of your favorite celebrities is unfolding before your eyes, and every moment is more breathtaking than the last. It began quietly, too quietly for what it would become. A simple notification appeared on Weibo. XuKai and Tan SongYun live. One night only. No promotions, no countdowns, just that single line. And yet, within minutes, millions flooded in. 8 million viewers. 8 million hearts waiting for answers. Everyone remembered the tension, the headlines, the mysterious photos, the sudden silences in interviews. The internet had spun its theories for months. Were they together? Were they broken up? Were the pregnancy rumors true? No one knew until that night. When the stream began, the setting was intimate. A dimly lit room, a golden lamp spilling soft light across a wooden table. Tan SongYun sat there first, her hair tied back, dressed simply in a white knit sweater. XuKai joined moments later in a plain black shirt. No makeup, no brand sponsorships, no studio backdrop, just them. After a long pause, Tan SongYun smiled. But it wasn't her usual, camera-ready smile. It was something quieter, a little shaky. She looked at XuKai and said softly, "I think we've hidden for too long." The comment section exploded instantly. Hidden? What? Is this about the rumors? Please tell us the truth. XuKai took a deep breath. His voice was calm, but beneath it, you could hear the tremor of something real, something unfiltered. "We wanted to protect something," he said, "but maybe by protecting it, we made it look like we had something to hide." In that moment, the tone changed. The night stopped feeling like a celebrity live stream. It became a confession. XuKai leaned forward, elbows on the table, hands clasped together. "I've spent so much of my career showing people only the perfect parts, the polished parts," he continued. "But real life isn't like that. Not for me. Not for her." Tan SongYun looked down, then nodded. "I think people forget that we're not just actors playing lovers," she said softly. "We're people learning how to be brave in front of a world that watches everything." Her words hung in the air. For once, the chat slowed down. Fans didn't spam, didn't scream, didn't flood with emojis. They listened. XuKai then turned directly to the camera, and what he said next made the entire internet freeze. "Yes," he said. "There was truth in what you all saw." The silence that followed was deafening. He looked at Tan SongYun, who smiled through watery eyes. "We've been each other's strength for a long time," he continued. "Not everything you've read is accurate, but the feeling between us, that's real." She reached out, her hand finding his on the table. And right there, in front of 8 million people, the room filled with a quiet that words couldn't touch. They weren't performing. They weren't promoting. They were telling the truth. The camera didn't cut. There was no dramatic edit, no background music. Just two people sitting in a room, finally saying what everyone had been trying to decode from rumors. Tan SongYun took a deep breath and said something that brought tears to thousands of viewers. "I used to be afraid of honesty," she confessed. "I thought being open would ruin everything. But now I realize pretending ruins you even faster." XuKai squeezed her hand gently. "We've both made mistakes," he admitted. "We've both hidden things out of fear. But tonight, we just wanted to be human." That one word, human, echoed across the live chat. When the live stream ended, it didn't feel like an ending. It felt like a collective exhale from millions of people who had been holding their breath. No press release followed. No agency statements. Just that one raw, honest, human moment. But the internet didn't rest. Overnight, hashtags exploded across every major platform. XuKai and Tan SongYun honest night. The truth finally revealed. 8 million witnesses to love. Clips of XuKai's confession replayed endlessly. Slow-motion edits of Tan SongYun's teary smile flooded TikTok and Bilibili. Fans across Asia began calling it the night that healed the fandom, because it wasn't just about romance anymore. It was about authenticity in an industry built on illusion. By dawn, Weibo was overflowing with comments from fans and fellow celebrities alike. Respect. Finally, something real. This is what courage looks like. As the morning sun rose over Beijing, photographers captured XuKai and Tan SongYun quietly leaving the same building side by side. No attempt to hide, no disguises. The truth was already out. They weren't confirming every rumor, nor denying all of them. They had done something far more powerful. They told their story on their own terms. That night will be remembered not for its glamour, but for its honesty. Not for its viral numbers, but for its vulnerability. Because in a world obsessed with filters and facades, XuKai and Tan SongYun reminded 8 million people what truth actually looks like. It looks like trembling hands finding each other across a table. It sounds like two voices breaking through fear. And it feels like a silence that says more than words ever could. 8 million watching. One truth revealed. A night the entertainment world will never forget. This was not just another celebrity confession. It was a reminder that love, when it's real, doesn't need to be announced. It just needs to be lived. And XuKai and Tan SongYun finally chose to live it in the open. 8 million witnesses. XuKai and Tan SongYun's truth broke the internet. But beyond the numbers, beyond the headlines, something deeper was happening. A shift, an awakening, a reckoning for the entertainment industry itself. Inside production companies, executives were asking the same question. How did honesty outperform every scripted campaign? The world had seen countless publicity stunts before, fake breakups, arranged paparazzi shots, orchestrated apologies. But this was different. XuKai and Tan SongYun hadn't sold a product. They had shown their souls. And the audience felt it. At 7:30 a.m. in Beijing, outside XuKai's studio compound, dozens of reporters stood in the soft light of dawn. Cameras clicked, lenses focused, and questions echoed across the crisp air. When XuKai finally appeared, there was no swarm of bodyguards, no celebrity entourage. He walked out quietly, wearing the same black shirt from the night before, a cap pulled low. He didn't run from the questions. He simply smiled. And when one reporter shouted, "Was last night your official confession?" he paused, looked up, and said, "It was our truth." That's enough for now. Those 8 words spread like wildfire. Meanwhile, Tan SongYun's morning unfolded differently. She returned to her apartment just before sunrise, her phone still buzzing non-stop. Messages from colleagues, friends, even directors she hadn't spoken to in years. Some congratulated her, some warned her, but most simply said, "Thank you," because for many in the industry, her bravery meant something more than romance. It meant permission to stop pretending, to show cracks, to be real. By mid-morning, fans had turned social media into a wave of emotion. Hashtags like #RealLoveKaiYun and The Honest Night topped Weibo trends for over 16 hours straight. Fan pages across Asia translated every line from the live stream, sharing it in Thai, Korean, Vietnamese, and English. International media picked it up next. BBC Asia called it a cultural reset for Chinese celebrity transparency. Variety described it as a moment that redefined authenticity in East Asian entertainment. And just like that, XuKai and Tan SongYun weren't just trending, they were transforming the way people saw fame itself. As the days passed, the echo of that live stream didn't fade, it deepened. What had begun as a quiet night of honesty turned into a cultural phenomenon that refused to be forgotten. In an industry often criticized for its surface-level perfection, XuKai and Tan SongYun had done something almost revolutionary. They chose sincerity over spectacle. A week later, the ripple effect. Within a week, the entertainment world still hadn't moved on. News outlets kept replaying the moment XuKai said, "It was our truth." Editorial columns dissected every word, but the consensus was clear. It wasn't about gossip anymore. It was about courage. Brand executives, usually quick to distance themselves from controversy, instead praised the two for being relatable, real, and emotionally intelligent. One marketing director from a major beauty company said anonymously, "Audiences don't want perfection anymore. They want connection." XuKai and Tan SongYun just reminded everyone what that looks like. Even industry veterans who had once been critical of celebrity romances began to soften their tone. Directors spoke in interviews about wanting to capture real emotion again. Screenwriters mentioned the shift from overly polished love stories to more grounded, authentic scripts. Somehow, one live stream had reshaped the artistic atmosphere across an entire industry. The fans' transformation. For fans, the night became a collective memory, a digital timestamp that would live forever in their hearts. On social media, people began referring to it simply as the night. Fan accounts stopped obsessing over rumors and instead shared clips of XuKai and Tan SongYun laughing during old interviews, pointing out how their chemistry now felt like destiny in hindsight. Some fans wrote long essays about what the confession meant to them personally. "It made me realize," one wrote, "that love doesn't need to be hidden to be real. And that vulnerability isn't weakness, it's strength." Thousands shared similar sentiments. TikTok edits turned their subtle hand-holding moment into a visual poem. Soft piano music, slow zooms, faded filters, and captions like, "8 million people didn't just witness love, they witnessed truth." It wasn't fandom anymore, it was community. The industry reckoning. Behind the scenes, public relations agencies scrambled to understand what had happened. How had an unscripted, spontaneous live stream generated more global engagement than multi-million-dollar promotional campaigns? Workshops on authentic content strategy, popped up across agencies in Beijing, Shanghai, and Seoul. A quiet revolution was unfolding. Actors began rejecting over-rehearsed image control and started showing glimpses of their real lives. Some spoke openly about burnout, others about loneliness. XuKai and Tan SongYun had opened a door that could no longer be closed. Entertainment scholars even began referencing their live stream in university lectures. One professor from Tsinghua University called it the new era of relational authenticity, where emotional truth has more market power than brand perfection. XuKai, the man after the storm. In the weeks following the event, XuKai maintained a low profile. He returned to set, filming resumed quietly, but his demeanor had changed. Coworkers described him as lighter, more at peace. In one behind-the-scenes clip leaked from his latest drama, he was seen smiling while chatting with crew members, something rare before. When a reporter asked him during a later interview whether he regretted being so open, he smiled faintly and said, "Honesty is a cost, but it's one I can live with." His words became another viral quote. Tan SongYun, the woman who redefined grace. Meanwhile, Tan SongYun's presence on talk shows took on a new energy. She wasn't guarded anymore. When asked about the honest night, she didn't avoid the subject. Instead, she said, "It wasn't planned. It was just time." You can't live pretending forever. At some point, you owe the truth to yourself. Her calm, reflective tone resonated deeply with audiences. Younger actors called her brave, while fellow actresses described her as a quiet revolutionary. One well-known host summed it up best. She didn't shout her truth, she whispered it, and the world still heard. The legacy of a live stream. Months later, the live stream continued to hold symbolic meaning. Analysts measured its global view count, surpassing 500 million replays across platforms. But beyond numbers, it marked a new standard: authenticity as the most powerful form of publicity. No scandal, no marketing plan, no PR manipulation, just truth. Even now, fans revisit the video not for drama but for comfort. It became something more profound, a mirror reflecting their own desire for honesty in a world drowning in curated images. The future of Kaiyun. When XuKai and Tan SongYun finally appeared together again at a charity gala 2 months later, the atmosphere was electric. Cameras flashed, but this time the energy was different, calmer, warmer. They didn't need grand gestures. Just standing side by side was enough. As they walked down the red carpet, someone in the crowd shouted, "You changed everything." XuKai turned briefly, smiled, and nodded. Tan SongYun slipped her arm gently through his. In that moment, the flashes stopped feeling invasive. They felt like applause. Because what the world had witnessed that night wasn't just the unveiling of a romance. It was the rebirth of sincerity in an industry built on illusion. It reminded millions that truth, no matter how small or quiet, still has the power to change everything. And so, the night that began as a whisper became a wave, one that washed through screens, studios, and hearts across Asia. 8 million people watched, but countless more were moved. The honesty of two souls cut through the noise, redefining what it means to be seen. For years to come, people will still remember that night, not as a confession, but as a turning point. A moment when love, stripped of glamour and guardedness, stood in its purest form, trembling, human, and undeniably real.